Hi guys, it's Tricky Ricky here back with another video, and this one's a quick update on what's going on with the Neuron On right there. It's raining outside, so I'm back in the garage and I managed to get that rocker screw out so I could actually get the swing arm out of the way and have a look at what's going on in there. Now what I found is that first of all, one of the washers, there's a spacer washer in there that was the wrong way around. So what I've done is packed it all out with grease, put it back together to see if it made any difference, and it hasn't. So you can see it's actually back together, just there, exactly as it should be. So I'm going to cut to the intro, take it apart and show you exactly what I've found. And spoiler alert, it's not what you guys think. Right, so just in the interest of showing you what I'm doing while I'm stripping this down, it's a simple case of this seat stay here kind of comes down and fits in here, and then there's a bolt that goes through there. It's just a simple rocker screw that goes through there. Once both of those are out of the way, and it was actually this one that you could see I'd partially stripped, basically you can get access to these two screws here. So it's these two screws, and actually what I found is not just an issue on this side, it's actually an issue on both sides. This is where the difference is, and this is where the problem is occurring, and this is where it actually differs from what you guys were saying around the IGUS bushing. So let's actually take these out and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Right guys, so we've got this stripped down. I've got these swing arms out of the way so you can actually see what's going on here now with this section, and as you can see, it's actually not what you guys thought. I suspect from the messages that I'd had to my previous video that this arrangement here previously on the previous gen Spectral and Neuron Ons was actually the plastic bushing, the IGUS bushing that many of you actually talked about. What they've actually done, I think, is get rid of that part because they knew there was an issue with it, and they've replaced it with this arrangement which has got this kind of strange, I think they would refer to it as a collet, but this rotating section, if I can show you, this ring in here actually turns. Hopefully you can see that on the video. So basically the pin, which is this pin right here, kind of fits in like that. So the threaded part is actually going into the swing arm just there. But if you can see here, the issue is this play. And this pin is not fixed or screwed or fastened in any way, shape or form to this yoke. So literally the threaded part is actually fastening to the swing arm, and then it's just the tension of this yoke in the material of this yoke which is holding it in place. And it's the tolerances between that inner ridged ring and this pin which appears to be creating this play, and that play you can see there is even more pronounced on the other side. So my initial thoughts were, if you can see here again, I'll just show you this ring spinning, hopefully you can see that. So my initial thoughts were that all of the play was coming from this side, but in actual fact I think it's a design issue and it's coming from both sides. So I've had this off once, packed it with grease, put it back together, and now I can see what's going on. I just think it's a design issue. Now, I don't know if these things are press fit and they can be pressed out and replaced. I suspect they probably can be pressed out and replaced with the plastic bushing that you've been talking about. So basically, I don't know what it is. Now, Canyon have got back to me and they have agreed to accept the bike back to have a look at it. But they did actually say on the email this is not something they'd seen before, which I initially thought was bullcrap. Based on the comments that you guys have been putting in the comment section below. But now I actually think, because they did also say they'd not seen this 2020 model of bike before, I actually think this is a new problem. And I genuinely think it's just a design problem with this part here, the whole yoke. And I think, honestly, my opinion is that this whole thing possibly wants replacing. Don't know for sure. What I'm going to do is put this back together, make sure it's well packed out with grease, and I'm going to arrange to send it down to Canyon so they can have a look. The shipping process, basically, I'm going to put it back in the bike guard that the bike comes in. Canyon are going to arrange collection free of charge, take it down. I suspect they're going to have the bike for a good number of weeks, which is very annoying because I waited 2.5 months to take delivery for the bike. But I'd rather have a bike that has no weird rattle or knocking on the back. So there you go, guys. Not what we thought. It's not a plastic bushing. I think the solution might be to replace this part with a plastic bushing. We'll find out. Okay guys, so I've got the bike back together again. Packed even more grease in there this time. Managed to kind of almost inject some grease around that small ridged collar that I was showing you. Big news is it hasn't resolved the issue. It's quietened it down a little bit, I think, because I managed to squeeze that much grease in there. But it's still a design issue. It's still a fault, I think, with the bike. So I'm going to proceed with getting the bike back to Canyon. And could be a good few weeks before I put an update on, because it depends how long Canyon are going to take with the bike. But for now, at least you can see what's going on in there. At least you can be aware of this if you're taking or expecting delivery of this bike. I hope that's been useful. So I'm going to leave it there. If you like the content and you find this kind of thing useful, please hit that like button. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And if you want notifications for future content, again, please hit that bell for notifications. Leave this there, guys. As soon as I can, I'll put an update up. But for now, enjoy the bike if it's working well. If you've got this fault, I would suggest doing what I've done and get it resolved under Canyon. Look out for the next update. I'll leave this there. Cheers, guys. See you later.